This is the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Welcome to my insanity. Yay! Oh God, are we online? Hey, listen. Stop. Listen, you people, I guess my shit goes to Facebook now and whatever. I've been getting this for a while. Since it's like, the holidays and shit, I'm gonna take a break on you, but I literally put a fucking rhyme out there, to keep, those sharks away. Stop hitting me up. Okay, go check my post out. Alright? Stop asking me if you want to promote me. No, I don't want you to promote me. That's my job. Okay? Unless you're like, I don't know, somebody who promoted the fucking, the Beatles, NSYNC, Eminem, or like, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Get on a computer and start sharing your stuff with your 55,000 accounts that you created and follow me on each one? Like, dude, I could have did that if I wanted to. This is me being legit. This is not just guys, it's women, like, we got a whole team of people behind us here. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. You're sitting in your basement, you're like, oh, I'm going to get somebody. Somebody out there is going to be starting out podcasts. And look, I'll never fall for it. Never. Listen, if you actually listen to my show and stop claiming that you do, I am literally a bullshit artist. This is what I do. But stop saying, not just to me, I'm talking to all podcasters out there. Stop trying to get in our email and saying, like, we're gonna promote you up. I don't want your help. You know what I mean? I told you guys this story, like this one guy hit me up, fucking talking about he has a company. He couldn't give me anything else. He only had a Facebook photo with him, like I said, sitting on a low brick wall with like a sunset drop in the background. I'm still getting this shit. Some fucking Jamal Ali guy hitting me up from fucking who knows where. Probably in his fucking mom's basement eating potato chips. He probably has like one of those duplicate computer accounts where you could just like, I don't know, make 10,000 different accounts simultaneously. I don't know how that exactly works. And then he follows you and then he shows you, oh, look at all the downloads. And if I wanted to do that, I could just sit here and just make new emails and shit. Okay? I got 2 different accounts, one for this and one for my private. Yes, I have followed myself on my other accounts. No big deal. I'm sure everybody's done that. Other than that, that's about as far as I'll go. Anyway, getting off that subject, I was just listening to another podcast on, I guess it was Twitter, and they were talking about how Facebook is now trying to do this podcasting, and it's like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Like, this was supposed to be like a holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's thing, but I'm just getting this shit off my chest because, look, we are just people sitting here. We're not the rich people, I went to put on a new podcast the other day, and I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. And right off, 2 of the dudes out of the 3 are fucking famous, and they got the audacity to sit there and say, oh, do you ever hear some of these other people's podcasts? It's just like, oh, yeah, I want to drive my car right off into a tree. I'm like, dude, what makes you better? What are you better? What are you better? You what? You're an actor, and now you're acting in a podcast? Oh my God. I'm not even going to say what podcast is because you know what? I'm not disrespectful like that, We don't do that. But don't be a celebrity prick that was on movies. Might have been a little bit famous or you might be liked because that shit just turned me off. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you the podcast. I'm going to tell you the show. They talk about the show. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. I'm from Philly. These guys are probably in California or some fucking some suburban area. You probably never stepped foot in Philly talking that shit. The fuck out of here. Always sunny in Philadelphia. No, it's not. Don't go and sit there and talking shit on somebody's podcast. It wasn't me personally, but I'm just saying, you know, I took it as they were. You know, because, like, listen, it's hard to get up here and do a podcast and put out your emotions and have people listen, alright? So don't go be a fucking rich prick knowing that you don't have to give a fuck about anything, alright? You aren't invincible. You know what I mean? You're always fucking sunny, making fun of fucking other people and doing podcasts. You know? Whatever. Now, I still didn't tell you the podcast, but I'm sure you people out there that I technically make fun of every day, but that's just because you're a bunch of fucking assholes like me. I can put two and two together. And I'm not saying go listen to it. I think it was one of their last episodes. I don't know. I don't know the name of the podcast, but I'm sure, like I said, you can put two and two together. And then I was listening to it. I mean, I don't know who the other two guys... I don't know who the other two guys were, but you know that one guy who has like that voice who sounds like he's fucking scared of everything. You know, like if there was like somebody came and robbed him, he would scream like, ah! And he has one of those like fucking girly fucking voices. I don't know. I honestly watched 2 episodes. I think Sunny in Philadelphia, and I was like, yeah, I don't get the comedy. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's not for me. Anyway, Christmas and holidays. I'm over here ranting and raving. So, I'm supposed to start a, you know what? I know what they're fucking saying, those pieces of shit. You know, if they ever heard this, which they won't, I'm gonna fucking actually drop the link. Because that's the only way you get heard out there. You know how many people do podcasts, but how many people are actually consistent and actually do them? Alright? Nah, there's not that many. You know, people like the analytics. You gotta have your analytics. You gotta have this. You gotta have this. It's like, listen, shut the fuck up. I'm sitting down. I'm talking. This is my time. You can listen or you cannot listen, but don't bitch about somebody's podcast and how they sound. You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't even know who the fuck they were talking about, but that they could have heard that. You know what I mean? Somebody could have been looking up to you because you are an actor, podcast, or whatever, and then they could have been like, I really want a podcast. Then they heard that, and then they were like, well, now I don't feel like I mean, how much of a jackass are you? Huh? So I invite 3 of those pricks to fucking come at me on the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. Who am I? They'll say, oh, who's this guy? And that's they're gonna be their big thing. Did you ever hear some of his stuff? I don't give a fuck. I'm a lunatic. Yeah, come at me, bruh. I'll fucking mentally destroy you. And I'll give you an ass whooping the Philly way. What the fuck is my cigars? My cigarettes. Fucking pricks out there. That just fucking irked me. And that's not what I was even mad about. I was coming on here talking about something else, and I went on one thing, and I was listening to another show talking about Facebook and how, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, every channel, like everything on Facebook, it's like post. Like you post one thing, you got 1,000 people liking your shit from all over the country, and they all want to be like, God bless, pray, and have a wonderful day. And then 10 minutes later, you're having like an honest conversation with them. We're like, well, us over here in such and such place, we have no money, we need financial aid. I'm like, dude, I literally like make no money. I do this just to hopefully make somebody laugh, help somebody. Not like those fucking rich pricks who have nothing to do. So they're like, well, I have an idea. Let's make a podcast. And then we'll go ahead and make these 7 movies. Because they're fucking rich, spoiled actors. I'm not saying all of them. You know, I'm not saying there's like I like what Will Ferrell did. You know what I mean? He took a character and made a podcast out of it. You know? I mean, you can only take so much of that shit. You know, it's Ron Burgundy, and it's, you know, that's enough. I'm going to be always telling you guys straight up how it is. I'm actually doing this on my laptop, my fucking tablet. I usually do this on my phone, but anyway. Yeah, the last episode I dropped was This Is Me. Holy fuck. Anyway, let's get back into that Christmas cheer for this last bonus episode of this season, and then I'll be back right after this ad. You know, an ad, guys. You know, the low people on the low totem pole have to do the little ads. You know, we've never seen $1,000 up close before. God. I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, I'm gonna come back with a new attitude. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go apeshit crazy on some of these fucking people. And the Sixers lost. That's a whole nother fucking subject. Jesus Christ. Beating the Golden State Warriors. Then fucking Steph Curry. I mean, they were doing good. What happened? We'll talk about it after this. It's the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. We'll be right back.
So sorry, Johnny English here. Sit back and have a beer. And yes, this is definitely a mix that I did right here. What does Thanksgiving mean? If you ask me, nothing but a stuffed turkey that your grandmother made you come over and eat that bird out. The word Thanksgiving means the act of expressing or feeling thankfulness, in the mood to be spanked for less. In other words, it's the act of giving thanks for what you're grateful for. This sense of the word is often used in a religious word, turd. In other words, eating and sitting with a family who probably don't care for you, especially if you're a Jew. If you don't like this so far, then this poem is not for you. For example, a player of a thankfulness never-ending day involves praying to the sandwich gods and saying, I rather eat a Subway. The weight is not leaning your way. Gratitude, or gravity, for the blessings in one's life. Insanity, to eat that bird and yell at your wife. The word Thanksgiving is also used as the name of a national holiday, like Vietnam having PTS Day, celebrated in the U.S.A., Canada, to brothers that hate their lives. It's officially known as Thanksgiving Day but is commonly just called, fuck me man, my pants are too small, and, I am starting to go bold. Thanksgiving, it is basically a humongous bird, which somebody in the family is most likely going to leave your house with a turd floating in the bathroom that you told them not to use. Now you're like, what the fuck, dude? In the US on the 4th Thursday of November, that's when you can probably find that this city is completely out of order. And in Canada, sorry about this, I must take a piss. These guys are mostly pissed because they missed their only chance to reminisce about the one time in Earth's history that they had a movie named after them. You remember? The Mighty Ducks. Oh well, I never claimed I suck. I mean Canada is our little sister, and they're thinking, we would fist her, but it's okay if she's on top. We'll still lick that lollipop. Top or bottom of that pot. Holy shit, this is getting hot. On the second thought, let's get back to what God brought. Oh our Jesus Christ. Monday of October was the night. Today, the Thanksgiving holiday in the US is traditionally celebrated with family gatherings and a large meal. And there's always that one uncle who likes to steal. Take it from me, I took this poem from Google, turned it on its side, and now it's a fluke. Tipsy-turvy, especially one that includes a roast turkey. Other traditional Thanksgiving dishes include mashed potatoes, a Xanax bar, and some stuffing in the car. Are you following me so far? Dressing, stressing, pumpkin pie. Who the hell was this guy who turned this into a national holiday? The association with eating turkey has led to the informal nickname Turkey Day. Or should I dare say, Big Bird from Sesame Street. Only his feeling the heat. What the hell you think you kids are eating? And sometimes hide the pickle, I might say. Example, a lot of people forget that Thanksgiving is not just a time for gathering and eating, but for actual Thanksgiving. Acknowledging all of the things we have to be thankful for. Well, that's it, another year passed by, and yet still you're eating grandma mom's pie. The difference is you probably had to replace a hip. You're overweight, underpaid, and I am 100% sure since the last time you still haven't been laid. So sorry I switched this up and made it my own. But deal with it. This is my own mix on a Thanksgiving dinner, with the psychopaths and people that are just stuck in the past. How did this shit last? Well, Johnny English out. Speaking for Jimmy James. We all know, he's fucking insane. Till next time, take care of yourself and one another, and remember to strap on that extra button, and eat all you can. From your grandma's muffin. I get it. I am disgusting.
This is Jimmy James, A to Z. It is now time to explain to you what the fuck is the matter with me, but mostly me. Welcome to the Jimmy James Show, A to Z. It is now time to come on this ride called life. Let's go. This is Jimmy James, and remember to just breathe and come find out what's wrong with me. Alright guys, so what? I screwed up. I didn't get the whole thing out. Anyway, have a great birthday. I hope you like what I looked up. What I want you to do is say into your phone, say, what's another definition for Thanksgiving? That's where I pretty much got that from. But I twisted it up a little bit because I'm twisted inside. Enjoy your holidays, guys. Take care of one another. You know what to do. This is Jimmy James saying peace out until next time.